Through the summer period and early spring I went on a few hunts. Stags seem to be very hard to find once again. I had quite a few encounters with the odd hind, but passed them up. As it got closer to April, when the COVID-19 was coming into light, that I did a trip of gear into a spot which I was going to spend a lot of time through April in, and as we all know, that all turned to shit. Every time you pack a pack you think, oh, I don't have to carry much and I won't need this or that, and then before you know it, the wee fantail mate here is following me as I stir up the bugs. Bastard. After me gear drop and I set up the camp in there, it was about mid-March, and there was word about the whole country shutting down because of COVID-19, so I quickly got out and got a couple of hunts in. I did actually get to see a knobby spiker and a young stag, so that was pretty good. And then as we all know, for the next few weeks there's just a whole lot of nothing. Once we were released from the grips of COVID-19, it was good to get back out in the bush. In my encounters, the deer seemed much more approachable and much more relaxed, that's for sure. Well, I was now close enough to have a go at him, but right in front of me was a small gut that was very open, so I was very hesitant to go down into it. I was going to be seen, but being this close, the wind will usually muck it up for you, so I just got in there and gave it a go and hoped that he came through to me. About then I got a glimpse of him and saw him turn and head downhill, so I closed the bolt. Quite a big-bodied one. About 8 o'clock I had got a reply to one of my roars, approximately half a kilometre away. I stalked in there. I spent about 3 hours in this area looking for this stag. I had no idea that I had actually snuck right up on the stag, and the only thing separating us was a big steep gut, which I had at that time decided not to go across. I eventually turned and now was heading away out of that area. I was about 200 metres away when it gave another roar, which spun me round, and I snuck right back into where I originally was. By the time I pushed record, the stag had already come in and stopped behind a bit of thick shit, so I picked out his neck and dropped him on the spot. Look at him coming through here. I've been on the stag for quite a while. Yeah, right now I've got to go down. Got to go down to this bloody. Find my way across somehow. Huffing and puffing, just came from over there. Through that nasty. I find quite often in the later part of the roar, especially being May, June, that quite often stags will shadow each other, just walk around roaring. There's no actual hind-on heat. Quite often they'll just walk around main calling and single calling at times, and this was the case here. I gave chase, roaring at them as well. And eventually one of them turned and came back to have a look at me. Hi. Hi. Yeah. With the stag, I had heard a roar early in the morning. I was about half a k away from it, so I just crept in quietly. I actually walked straight up the arse of another stag, quite a big-bodied one, red coat. I kept creeping in and basically just, I think with a bit of luck, I stalked in and shot this one. It took me a few extra seconds to pull trigger on this one. I was assessing its antlers. I saw good brows and an excellent top on the left side. That's that job done. Gutted and hung up, so we'll come back in a few days and 5 or 6 days and cut that up. Sometimes I think I'm just getting too old for all this. Tie that on me pack and the hell out of here. Well, I didn't have time to film that, but it was a bit of a bonus for the day. Quite a nice pig, so bloody good. Goes well with the old venison and the sausages, real well. Anyway, come back in a couple of days, or 2, maybe 3 days, and bone that out. The old pork doesn't usually hang as long as the old venison. It's going to be pretty cold, so a couple of days anyway. Well, that pig is in really good condition. You have to excuse the bad skinning job. One thing I don't like doing is skinning pigs. Well, I don't like it, just don't think I'm very good at it. Considering I've done probably 100. Not getting any better. Look at his teeth.
Holy shit! What's going on, man?
This is how it's done. This is how you hunt and deep in the kind manner was.
I'm out of breath now.
Now you take a break, have a smoke.